Hertfordshire, Cambridgeshire and Hertfordshire Major Crime Unit. I would firstly like to pay tribute to the two victims in this case, who are due to David Carrick pleading not guilty to all offences, had to endure the trauma of facing their abuser in court and reliving the horror of those past events. I commend their courage and bravery in doing so, and their commitment to the investigation. Both victims came forward to report further offences against Carrick after he was convicted of 49 offences against 12 women in February 2023. His convictions today are further proof, if any were needed, of the threat that he poses to women as a violent and controlling sex offender. During the trial, we heard Carrick's defence that his victims had made up lies based on the media coverage of his previous convictions. But the jury did not believe these false claims and instead believed his victims' accounts and that he is a dangerous and abusive man.
On Wednesday, former Metropolitan Police Officer David Carrick was found guilty here at the Old Bailey of molesting a 12-year-old girl and raping a former partner. A jury deliberated for 5 hours to find him guilty of 2 charges of rape, 1 of sexual assault and coercive and controlling behaviour towards the woman. Between 2014 and 2019, the defendant, formerly of Stevenage in Hertfordshire, was found guilty of 5 counts of indecent assault relating to the girl in the late 1980s. His sexual offences originally came to light after he pleaded guilty in 2022 and 2023 to 71 other sexual offences, including 48 rapes against 12 women over 17 years. Carrick was handed 36 life sentences in 2023 with a minimum term of 32 years. However, he denied these latest allegations and declined to give evidence in his Old Bailey trial. During his first prosecution in 2023, the court heard how Carrick found some of his victims on dating sites before arranging to meet them at bars, using his status as a police officer to gain their trust. He was originally arrested at his home in October 2021. Carrick was suspended from duty after his arrest and remanded in custody as the investigation snowballed as a result of the publicity surrounding the case. Carrick went on to admit sex attacks on a dozen women who came forward after the first complaint. The defendant exerted control by paying for dinner and drinks so women would feel indebted to him before isolating them from their friends and family. Women were locked in a small cupboard under the stairs in Carrick's home for hours. We understand he shook his head repeatedly in the dock as the latest verdicts were read out.
I hope this case will give anyone who's been a victim of sexual assault or rape and has not reported it the courage to come forward. We are committed to tackling violence against women and girls in all its forms, and I hope our response in this case serves to reassure victims of our commitment to them. I would also like to commend my team of detectives from the Major Crime Unit who worked incredibly hard to bring Carrick to justice for a second time. The details of his crimes are truly shocking and have been hard to hear, particularly for us as an investigation team made up of serving police officers and staff, both men and women. We've heard how Carrick abused one of his victims while being a police officer himself. When he should have been protecting people from abuse, he was perpetrating it. Not only that, but he also used his position as a police officer to scare women into silence and in doing so protect himself from justice. But this conviction today shows that no one is above the law and that the police service will relentlessly pursue those offenders who target women in this way. Thank you.